What's up, everybody? Hey, everybody, how are you? I pray all is well with you. I pray that you had an amazing day. I really do. I pray that you were somebody's solution to their problem. I pray that you, um, uh, as I say, if you have my cell phone number and you call it and you get the voicemail, you hear me say, do the world a favor and be somebody great. I hope that you did the world a favor and was somebody great today. So, listen, what's up, everybody? I am so excited to see you. I am so excited to see you. Tonight, we're going to talk about some stuff and things. Do me a favor, and I'm probably going to get in quite a bit of trouble. I'm probably going to get in quite a bit of trouble. But I love you anyway. Do me a favor and share this if you would. Do me a favor, share this and let everybody know that I am live. I look chipper. Let everybody know that I'm live and that AC is going to be talking about some pretty controversial things. That was good hold music. Hey, Genesis, how are you? Do me a favor, share this. And tag some folk. I want you to tag all these modern day women's. I want you to tag all these modern day men's. Because I'm probably gonna get it. This is True Talk Tuesday. I did not do Supernatural Living last night. One, because I'm very wise and smart, and when my body tell me no, sir, I'm going to say okay. And I'm going to try to rest as much as I possibly can. So I've got a big year ahead. I'm transitioning. There's a lot of transition. There's a lot of moving. There's a lot of movement that is happening. And I want to make sure I have enough energy for every place that I'm going, both in ministry and in business and in personal life. I want to make sure that I have enough energy to give to what I need to give to. So anyways, what's up? What's up? What's up? You gave a disclaimer, so that means I'm about to make some. Yeah, I'm gonna make some people pretty upset. Oh, I'm gonna make some people upset. Essence, I'm gonna need you, sis. I'm gonna need you on the night, huh? I'm gonna need you on the night. Hey, Essence, how are you? Hello. So listen, I'm excited about tonight. This is True Talk Tuesday. The curls are popping. You know that hair serum, huh? It'll do something for you. Y'all didn't know I do make hair serum. It's like a little hush thing. I haven't gone fully to market, but yeah, I do make hair serum. So a lot of people compliment my hair. A lot of people compliment AA's hair, my kids' hair, a lot of Kingdom Lifers' hair, all of that stuff. And a lot of that is due to hair serum. So anywho, that is that. But anywho, let's do this. True Talk Tuesday. Okay, yeah, it is True Talk Tuesday. We're going to have a blast tonight. I'm probably going to get in some trouble. Probably going to get into some trouble. Yeah. Anywho, tonight I'm going to talk about something that is Janelle said that hair serum, okay, will reactivate, reawaken the hair follicles. I take it you've used some of it. Hey, Miranda. Hey, Dr. Mac. Hey, Rasharia. Hey. What's up? Okay, cool beans. So, anywho, yeah, tonight is True Talk Tuesday. I'm going to talk about modern day relationships. I know I'm always getting in trouble. I'm going to talk about modern day relationships. And I know that this is a trend. Yeah, how am I going to get in trouble on my own page? Because folk is watching and they're going to be like, oh, I can't believe he would say something like that. Yeah, of course I did. So So glow for real, baby girl. Really? All right. But here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Listen, I was about to text you, bro. I need you. I need you. I'm about to put a link on this page, and I want y'all to come on and talk to me. Talk with me. But Terrell, I'm gonna need you. Essence, I'm gonna need you. We gonna do this like Clubhouse style. Y'all know how we do. So I want as many people as can come on. And when I start talking, y'all gonna want to come on because I'm gonna say some pretty crazy stuff. I'm sure y'all probably not gonna like it, but that is the link at the bottom. You'll type this in your browser, bit.ly/True Talk Relationship. It is case sensitive, so you could do that. Come on live and let's make it do what it do. Okay. Don't holler at her, Genesis. But we're going to have a conversation. It is about modern day relationships. It's about modern day relationships. And I know a lot of the trend is modern day women versus men, traditional men, or modern day men versus traditional women, or whatever. But I really am going to talk about it. And I'm probably going to get into some deep water. I keep saying that because it's true. All right. So my question that I'm always raising, because I am seeing, this is just my opinion, I'm getting right into it. So I hope you have tagged, shared, subscribed, all of that good stuff. But listen, y'all, I'm real flabbergasted because on social medias, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, the chat snaps, I know it's Snapchat, but all of these things, I'm seeing all of this stuff about why men don't want it, why men don't like modern day women. And they'll say, because we realize how strong we are, and we realize our worth, and we realize who we are, and we just ain't gonna take no stuff, and we just ain't. Okay, so what we gonna do, hey Sandy Rose, what we gonna do, hey Cassandra, what we gonna do is have a true talk, a real talk. And I want my modern day women to come on here, because I've got questions that I want answered. Now I want answers, okay, to my questions. So if you are a modern day woman, as they like to say, and you have found yourself using this verbiage, I don't need a man. I know my worth. I don't need nobody to tell me my worth, though. That is true. Don't get me wrong. But I don't need no man. The reason why these men don't like these modern day women is because we know our worth, and we figured out how strong we are, and and I can take care of my own self. And I don't, I got questions. I just want somebody to help me get some answers. I just need answers. I just want answers. Just help me. And I'm not just only talking about modern day women. I'm also talking about modern day men. Okay? Modern day men that are looking more for mothers than they are for wives. Okay? So anyways, now I'll see yeah. Modern versus traditional. And what we like to say, and even we say modern, and I don't even want to say modern versus traditional, because here's the thing. There's right and wrong. There's pride and humility. There's arrogance and meekness. There's rightfully placed masculinity, and rightfully place femininity. There is submission and domination. And when I say domination, I don't mean rah, 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 rah. There's submission and authority. That's probably the better way. There are roles. There are all of those things. And I'm concerned because I'm seeing so many lives, so many podcasts, so many shorts, so many reels, documentaries, and all of these are people going on this whole pontification about this whole modern day woman and modern day man. So I want to have this discussion on this here True Talk Tuesday. I'm going to make some stuff. I'm going to make some observations, and maybe, just maybe, some of y'all will come on here. I hope y'all do. Don't leave me out here by myself. It's right here at the bottom. You can type it in your phone, go to your web browser, click on bit.ly/True Talk Relationship, and or you can go to your computer if it's got a webcam, go there. Okay. But let's get into it. Let's get into it. Here we go. Now, I have seen some lives and some no, come on, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right, so I've seen some lives. Let's get into it. I've seen some lives and some commentary and all of this. Whereas I saw some women, okay, and mind you, this is not going to be a woman bashing thing. This is not going to be a man bashing thing. I'm just giving observations, and I need y'all to help me. Okay. I need y'all to help me with some questions that I got. So I heard them say, I'm not going to lower my standards for anybody. I got high standards, and I'm not going to settle for less. Okay. Now, as I sat there, now I'm going to come from a man's perspective. I've never been a woman before. I don't think like a woman. Love women. I have a lot of spiritual daughters. I'm in relationship with women. I have in my ministry, there's more women than men. So this, pretty much raised by women, really. And so this ain't a woman bashing thing. However, I heard out of their mouth say, I'm not going to lower my standards. I'm not going to lower my standards. I'm not going to settle for less. I'm not going to do all of that. Okay. From a male's perspective, and I'm easing on in here. From a male's perspective, I sat there and watched these four, it was four of them, these four overweight, makeup half done, wigs barely put on correctly, women saying that they have high standards and they are not going to lower themselves. And they had the audacity to call themselves a 10. I'm a 10. I'm a dime. And he needs to, if he don't know me, if sis, you need to know your worth. Okay. All right. Now I'm trying. Okay. Once again, I don't mind you knowing your worth, boo-boo. I don't mind it. I want you to be confident. Be fully confident. I want you to have your full confidence. Have it. Own it. Be comfortable in your skin. But can we please tell ourselves the truth? That's all I'm asking. Can we tell ourselves the truth? Okay. You've got high standards. So I'm like, well, maybe let me keep listening in on this here broadcast to maybe I'll know what their high standards are. One of them said, well, girl, what you want? What's your high standards? Well, this man needs to at least be making six figures. Okay. Needs to be making six figures. Number one. Needs to have himself a job. Number two. He needs to dress good. He needs to look good. And he, girl, I want him to smell good. He needs to be about something. This is what she's saying. He needs to be known in his community, and he needs to hold it down for me. He needs to, be able to take care of me because, girl, I'm a queen. That's what she says. I'm a queen, and my man gonna need to be able to take care of me. All these little PA ninjas. Put the words together because y'all know AC don't cuss like that. So these PA ninjas, don't be wanting to take care of a woman. Okay. As she sits there, and I'm not bashing. But as she sits there, and because I was petty, because I can be petty because she's coming after my species. I can be petty because I'm now looking and I consider myself a fairly high valued man. Okay, high value male. And, don't try it because I'm taken. That was not an advertisement. Okay. But with that, here's the thing. I counted the amount of rows that were on as she sat there. I could count them. 4 to be exact. And this dress was sloppily put on. Yet she has a high standard for this kind of man. Here's my thing. Here's my question. Somebody come on and answer me. Help me. Because I really want to know. Mama Reba, okay, my bad. I really want to know. Now, mind you, listen, if you a BBW, listen, baby girl, you're hilarious. If you a BBW, go ahead, boo. I love it. My family has them. Listen, I'm with it. Ain't nothing wrong with a little meat on the bone. I'm cool with it. But can we tell ourselves the truth? And if you're going to have a standard, if we're going to have a standard for this type of man, my thing is, please don't have a standard for something. That's what I'm about to say. If you're going to have a standard, can you at least qualify for the standard that you have? I mean, can we do that? Can we do that? Can we can we at least do that, right? You know, that's just my question. Y'all help. Come on here, help me, because I got questions. I got questions. If you gonna have a standard for this type of man, and or let's flip it, let's not just talk about women, this type of woman, right? You want the Kim Kardashian-esque, the Nicki Minaj-esque, the Cardi B-esque, Megan Thee Stallion-esque, who, you know, you want the vixen, you want the Instagram model type, you want all of that. You know, you scroll through your Twitter and your Instagram and your you know, if you, some of y'all still on Tumblr with your nasty self, all that stuff, you know, whatever. You scroll through and you look, right? You can't be 600 pounds and say, this is my standard. Why for? And I'm only talking about women because it's the majority of women that I hear the most of, right? That's the only that I'm only saying that because women seem to be the loudest on this. So why for you can't have? Why for, hey Tamara, why for you can't have live up to the standard that you got for other people? I got questions. You want this and that out of a man, a high value man, right? That's what that's, you know, that's a phrase that people say. I want a high value man or whatever. But if you want a high value man, what is your value? Like how? Like I said, I was sitting here watching these four women pontificate on how all these men ain't worth nothing. Okay, now I'm gonna help you. Okay, Dr. Chris, this True Talk with Dr. Chris. Let's lay the AC down. Let's let the apostle and the prophet down. I'm going to lay all that down for a second and just have a real, true conversation. Welcome to True Talk with Dr. Chris. Have a seat on my couch. Let me talk to you. You want to say that all these men aren't worth anything. No, because I'm worth something. Now, I don't know who you done encounter, but I'm worth something. But here's the thing. Now, that's not an advertisement. But let's talk about this. It's not that all these men ain't worth nothing. It's all the men that you choose aren't worth anything. Let's be real. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk. Let's talk. And if anybody want to help me understand another perspective, the link is right there. I need you to come on and help me. Help me, please. But the truth of the matter is, it's not that these men aren't worth anything. What it is the men that you pick aren't worth anything. No. And this is why I say, why can't we tell ourselves the truth? Because the truth of the matter is, you said, watch this, you said that you want a high value man, yet you pick projects. You pick the men that you need to work on. You pick the men that you need to make better. You pick the men that you feel like you can up their lives, but you want a high value man. And then you want to complain at the work it takes to make him into the man that you always wanted in the first place. While at the same time, You aren't even living up to the standard that the man. Somebody, please come on here and help me. Essence, sis, you supposed to come help me. Ain't nobody talking to me. The link is right there. Y'all want me to type it in? Y'all want me to type it in? I can type it in. All right. You pick the man. Here it is. You pick a man that you work as a project. So because that literally taps into, yes, I do, Essence. That taps into your motherly nurturing instinct. Right? It taps into your motherly instinct. So now you feel like you're doing something by helping him. Right? But then when he starts acting like your baby boy or acting like your child, you got a problem. Well, if you stop acting like his mother, maybe he won't act like your child. Are you getting this? Let me read some comments because they're coming in. Truth, there's a lot of women entertaining this kind of conversation. I have standards and I don't need a man trying to figure out why they aren't reaping what they supposedly think. Modern women is a thought and a behavior. Okay. All right. We took target practice and mad that we missed. Right. My cousin, my older cousin said, listen, work on yourself first. That's true. You spend your whole tax return and be mad that he gone by May. The problem ain't him, it's you. Uh-huh. She said, we can't relate. I know I can't. Well, all right. Okay. Hey, Shantae, how are you? Right. Baby girl said, personally, I'm too tired for renovations. Okay. But listen, y'all, I sat there and watched these women literally say about this high value man that they want, but yet the truth of the matter is they don't qualify for it. And then when men comment and say, boo-boo, you don't qualify for what you saying you want or the standard that you got. This is what you're going to need to do in order to get this type of man. And men are telling you this. You want to then push back and say, I ain't even going to listen to you. Well, that's the problem. I ain't listening to you. You ain't got nothing to tell me. How you gonna tell me? Yada, 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 yada. I'm confident. Okay, be confident. I want you to be confident. Now, hear me. I want you to be confident. I want you to have it. I want you to be fully engaged in you, comfortable in your own skin. I'm for it. But by golly, wow, can you please ascribe to the standard that you want? Let me tell you how high value men are. They love to show off their woman. They love to take their woman places. They love to travel with their woman. They love to show their woman off. Look what I got. 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 They love to do all of that stuff. They love to, they will point to people and say, you know what? See, that's mine right there, right there. You see that one right there? That's mine. That is all mine, right? Take you to galas, professional galas with you on their arm, candy, trophy wise, as a trophy. Look at what I got. Look at what I won. They proud. They show it off. They love to do it. So there's a certain way you're going to have to look. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? They love to show them off. They love to show you off. But if you don't keep yourself together, and if you don't have yourself together, you're not going to attract those high level men. We have to zero in on what's the underlying insecurity. Do you feel like a man with standard up to your value? Mm-hmm. And randomly ask strangers, ain't she pretty? Absolutely. Randomly ask, ain't she gorgeous? Ain't she pretty? Absolutely. I sure will do it. You're supposed to ain't nothing wrong with getting a little right. Okay, that's all I'm saying. I'm just conversation. I just want somebody to help me. Ain't nobody coming on here and helping me, right? Tell yourself the truth. What is this underlying issue? Why do you have this standard that you won't even meet? Both wise, right? So even in men, you want this type of woman. You want a submissive, feminine, following, yielding to you. I didn't say a doormat, because the truth of the matter is I don't think any man wants a doormat. Now, if the men on here want to tell me, yeah, I actually do want a doormat, and correct me, please let me know. But I have yet to meet a male that wants a doormat for a woman. The doormat mentality a lot of times is the interpretation a woman has, when all the man is saying, I just want you to submit, I want you to follow my lead, I'm not absent, or I'm not irrespective, I'm not disrespective of your input, your suggestions, your critique, or different things like that, but I do want a submissive woman. And when women hear submissive, they think that a man is saying, I want to dominate a woman. And that's not it, unless, you in the bedroom and that's just how y'all get down. That's a whole nother thing. Because I'm just, okay, not all of y'all camera ready is 10. Okay, I probably should have came on earlier. But didn't qualify to the standard that they had. At least 250, 300 pounds. All of them maybe mid-30s or younger. Don't even watch this. Right. And their jobs, they flipping burger. You want a high value man that's making 6 figures a year, but you flipping burgers at McDonald's. Make that make sense. And you 30? Come on, sis. Come on, bro. You want a Instagram model for a woman, and Burger King is the best you can do? Come on, man. Come on, man. And I'm all for it. Like my cousin said, my cousin Lamont, he says, I think folks look at the outside versus the personality inside too often. And I'm all for that. I'm all for the personality. But also, it's somebody's personality that doesn't attract you to them. I can't tell your personality if I'm at a bar or whatever. It's that outward appearance that is at least going to bring me to you, to even make me want to approach you. Right? So what I'm saying is so that I can get to know your personality. Can you at least look like what you want to attract? That's number one. And then let's talk about Eva, you petty. And then when we get to know your personality, Essence said personality ain't gonna make me want to see you every morning. Well, right? That's the thing. If y'all ever see AC looking a hot mess, pray. Because y'all, anybody that know me knows AC is gonna look good and he gonna smell good. That's what's gonna happen. Okay. Right? Now you looks attract me first, then your personality, character, matching values. Absolutely. So you're gonna have to grab that those looks. She said, I gotta like what I'm looking at. Okay. For some of us, that means we got to go back to the gym. For some of us, that means that we got to take a walk every day. For some of us, that means that we're going to have to change our diet. For some of us, that means we're going to have to put on a little bit of makeup. For some of us, that means we're going to have to get our hair cut a little bit often. My cousin said, I ain't talking about fugly. Okay, I'm just saying, hey. For some of us, that means you might have to get a sew-in or some braids or put on a wig. Some of us, that means you're going to, watch this. If you're going to be overweight or underweight, because underweight can be unattractive as well, right? If you're going to do that, at least learn how to wear and present yourself, right? At least learn how to do that. Okay, as I said, you need to learn how to wear some depression garments. That's all I'm saying, right? I know some bigger women that look absolutely amazing. Great. They look awesome. Why? Because they know how to present themselves, right? Then you also got to have the personality that goes with it. Okay? That personality that goes with it. Are you understanding what I'm saying to you? Okay. So when you get into your personality, here's the issue that I've started to have with a lot of these modern day women. I don't talk to men in this wise, meaning that I'm not out approaching women either. But when I hear them talking, or even in the store, in the restaurant, in the whatever, a lot of these modern day women seem to be very disrespectful. You can't even say, oh, you look nice. Or, oh man, I like them shoes. I got a man. I just said I liked your shoes, ma'am. That's all I said. I just said I liked your nails, ma'am. That's all I said. I got a man. Knowing that they ain't got no man. I'm a whole prophet. I know you ain't got no man. You lying. Right? But here's the thing. Right? You need to get with your personality. Some of y'all is just very arrogant, mean, nasty, disrespect, unrespectful. You're just unrespectful. Right? You see men like a game that you can play. I'm just going to treat men like they treat me. Wrong. A woman cannot respect a non-productive man, and a man won't love a non-accommodating woman. Absolutely. That is a powerful truth right there, cuzzo. That's not Webster. But yeah, just unrespectful. No femininity at all. You just everybody ain't out to get you. And here's another thing that a lot of modern day women like to do. And I can only say this because I'm a therapist and I counsel people and I hear it all the time and all of this stuff. A lot of y'all women like to make your next boyfriend or man pay for what the last one did to you. He messed you over. He didn't treat you right. He disrespected you. He left you. He cheated on you. He didn't value you. He did all of that. I didn't. So why do I gotta pay for what this other man did? I'm not him. And now you ultra independent. You won't let me do anything for you. I got this. I got it all by myself. I don't need you. And you got, no, I'm good. I'm good. But then when it comes to the relationship, then all of a sudden, I'm not there for you. Huh? How are you going to push me away and then turn around and say, I'm not there? What the Hades? What in the world? You can write in Genesis. Now, I will say some of the masculine energy comes from the fact that we've had to run ish for quite a while. And here's the thing, right? And I'm glad my mom just came on here. My mom ran stuff. She's a single mom, had me 14, 15, teenage mom. I think the age, I don't even know if she was in high school at the time. Might have been in middle school or coming into high school. All that stuff, ran stuff. She did what she could, made it work. All of that stuff. Wasn't perfect by any means. I mean, but when you have a baby at 14, 15 years old, it's not going to be perfect. It is what it is. But watch this. My mom is one of the most feminine women I know. My mom can get me. You cross her, something else going to come out of it, right? We call it woo. But the thing is, here's the thing. A lot of women say, oh, I got to tap into my masculine energy because I've been running stuff. And this is probably where you and I disagree, sis, Essence. This is where, okay, my mama said high school. So watch this. Watch this. Here it is. Here it is. You can still run things femininely. You don't have to tap into a masculine energy because you feel like you got to run stuff. There is a feminine energy that will allow you to still make it happen without putting on an energy that doesn't belong to you. And there's a lot of women who will say, I gotta tap into my masculine energy. The reason why I'm masculine and the reason why I'm like this is because I gotta be a daddy and a mama. No, you don't. Who is lying to you? You see what I'm saying? You can still run things, lead, and all of that without abandoning your femininity. Well, then come on here, Essence. Come on here, sis. The link is right there. bit.ly/true talk relationship. Come on here. You'll be right here. I would love to hear what you got to say. And I can bring you on without your camera if y'all just want to talk. If you just want to talk and not be seen, you can come on and say what you got to say. And I won't, your camera can be blocked. I can block your camera. Okay. Absolutely. Management, leadership, and administration isn't mutually exclusive to masculinity. Absolutely, Ernest. There's no such thing as a woman having masculinity. You can't. You're not. And if you're doing that, that's why stuff is going off kilter, because you're being something you are not. You got to become another person. Master of disguise. Okay? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Let me keep going. It is my opinion, honestly, that this whole thing, culture has really influenced a lot of this. And I haven't even gotten into a lot of the meat of what I got. I'm gonna keep going. I know Essence is on her way, and when she come on, I will be happy to discuss with her some stuff and things. And Terrell, bro, I want you to come on here, man. Okay. Okay. Michelle said they may twist it and say, "Well, I come from the rib of man, so I have some masculinity in me. Help me, Jesus." Come on, Terrell. Come on, Pastor T. All right. I really believe culture has influenced these things. I think that what has happened is we see all of the lifestyle stuff on the Instagram. We see a lot of the stuff on Tickety Top and Chat of Snaps and the Book of Faces and all of these things. We want that. We want those things. We see the couples doing the TikTok stuff, and we say, "Ooh, I want that." But you're not willing to put in the work to get what they either have. And here's the truth of the matter is, and I'll give you a little, I'm gonna bust your bubble. Can I bust your bubble? If I could bust your bubble, say bust my bubble. Just type it in, just say bust the bubble. And I can say this because some of my clients are high level clients that I have, celebrities, mega preachers, and influencers, TikTokers, and stuff like that alike. And so I'm gonna help you. You ready? Somebody say bust the. I see y'all. Okay, all right. Two people said bust the bubble. So I'm gonna bust their bubble because only two people said bust the bubble. But I'm gonna bust their bubble. You ready? Here it is. Here we go. Okay, I got you. I see you, Essence. Here we go. Ready? Half of the TikTokers. Oh, there go, bro. I see you, T. Half of the TikTokers and the people who y'all got relationship goals with aren't even in relationships. A lot of them aren't in relationships. They in a fake relationship doing content so you can subscribe, and they split the money. Y'all ever seen them have babies that don't look like them and they not adopted? Y'all ever seen all of that? And I'm telling y'all what I know. A lot of them aren't even in real relationships. They do their content, they do all of their stuff, and then they schedule it out to post for the month, and they don't even talk to each other but maybe 2-3 times a month. That check rolls in, they split it, and they good. That's all I'm saying. I can't tell y'all who because I signed NDAs with my clients, but it's a lot of them. And they hit me to it. They was like, "Oh yeah, them, they ain't together. Oh yeah, them, no, they ain't together either. Them, no, they just best friends. They just good friends." I know someone doing that right now, kid and all. Don't we? Huh? JP, like, I need this check. Okay. No, Reba. So, all right, let me bring them on. I've got my sister Essence and my brother. I call him Pastor. Well, I call him bro, but Pastor T.
What's up?
Hey.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I know y'all don't look at our faces.
Because it's 10 o'clock. Only you would start an argument at 10.
Listen, it's 9 o'clock. It lights, and the only light is the light above my kitchen stove. That's the only light in my house that's on.
Yeah, okay. So I know, listen, y'all, but y'all know I'm always up.
Always.
Child, you're a night owl. You can't help it.
I can't. Okay, so what y'all think about this? I'm gonna go with Essence first, with sis first, ladies first. And I know she had something to say. So Essence, go ahead, sis.
Yeah. So like when you were just like, there's a way that you can handle business with it still be feminine. Like we agree on that. So it's not that I necessarily disagree. We agree on that. I
Mhm.
think as somebody who is a recovering independent woman, I was saying all that good stuff, a recovering
I'll sing,
independent
lady.
woman.
I'll sing, lady. Yeah.
You know, because I grew up, and you know this, Chris, grew up
Yeah.
in the house of single mama, you know,
Mm.
and was always taught, don't depend on no man for nothing, have your own, have your own. And that was kind of our situation, because my father, you know, was very much so in his in the midst, in the throes of addiction.
Oh.
And so my mama had to kind of be that way, you know. It's talking about somebody who pushed me. Soon as I turned 16, for 6 months, from May until October of 2003, was like, you need to get a job every other day. You need to get a job, you need to get a job, you need to get a job, right? As soon as I got a job, hey, you take care of this, that, and the third. So she always pushed me out there and made sure I could handle my business, and
Right.
was like, you don't depend on nobody. You know, you don't need it wasn't that, and the rhetoric wasn't that I didn't need a man. It was that you don't need a man to take care of you.
Okay.
Make sure you have your own, right? So that was it.
Yeah.
But in that, when I said, now some women, you know, when I made the comment of some women, you know, have this masculine energy because they've been having to run the household and run things and different things like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's the truth. And I know that there's a way to do it and still walk in, you know, our femininity as women, you know, the
Yeah.
beautiful nature that is, you know, even though for us as preachers, right,
Yeah.
it was constantly, as soon as I started preaching, it was, hey, yes, this is a male dominated thing, but also don't allow that to overshadow you. You still carry your feminine energy, even in the pulpit, right? So, you know, when I said that, you know, it's hard because for those of us who, you know, we've been taking care of ourselves, we've been on our own for, you know, so long, we've been doing all of these things and taking care of us for a long time. And now, you know, got a 2-year old. So I'm head of household, running my house, different things like that. You know, it is not so much that we can't, but it takes a lot of patience for somebody coming in, and for a man to come in, it takes a lot of patience and a lot of, hey, you got to show me you got my back, because I've been taking care of myself and running my house for so long that, you know, I have to learn to trust you, and I have to learn that I can lean on you and depend on you. Now, once I can, baby, listen, you do whatever you want to do, right?
Mhm.
There's
Yeah.
a Keon Henderson wrote this, not wrote it, but he preached this sermon. There was that thing, this girl was just like, listen, I am the way I am. She was just like, you know, when I say I want the trash taken out, that's just what it is, you know, and you better not do that. And I'll send you the link because I saved it on my TikTok. But he just was like, listen, he was like, God made you who you are, that's who you are. He said, but when the right one comes, you will know when you need to back down,
Mhm.
for lack of a better term. And I
Yeah.
fully believe that. Because I tell people all the time, like, nah, I'm this way until you show me otherwise. And then, but when you show me otherwise, I know how to back off and
Can
let
I
you
ask
do the
you a
rest.
question?
What's up?
What if the man is showing you otherwise and you still won't back down?
Then that's on that.
Then
That
here's the other part of the question. If you still won't back down and he is showing you otherwise, I can take care of you every time you ask for something, no questions asked, you got it, boom, and you still won't back down. Should he stay in a relationship with you and wait on you to figure out your life?
he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to.
Okay. But should
I
he? Should he?
I can't, and see, I can't answer that.
Oh, okay.
Because I say that because, you know, part of me is like, yes, you know, give her time and give her patience, but also realizing on the flip side, patience run out. Beloved, time runs out and patience run out. And
Yeah.
literally, there's this quote, I heard it, and she said it in the context. I was watching it on TikTok, watching this video with Joy Reid. And there was this activist, and she quoted Howard Thurman when she said, how much longer do I need to wait for your progress? Like, how
Oh,
much
wow.
longer do I need to wait? Like, I've been waiting. So at some point, patience do run out, time do run out. If you don't catch it, you don't catch it, and you know, you may miss a good thing.
Right.
But I do believe, if he has been showing her, different things, if he has been showing her, she don't come around and she don't know how to chill out, if she don't know how to lean into that trust, then that's a deeper issue for her.
Yeah.
And he shouldn't have. Now, if he chooses to stay, that's up to him. But he doesn't have to. Like, I've been showing you these things we've been together for X amount of years, and I've been showing you this. How much more do I need to show you? How much longer do I need to wait for your progress? At some point, it's like, sis, you got trust issues. You need to go therapy. You need to go therapy,
Right.
But yeah, that's all I just wanted to say. Like, and that was just a whole lot to type in that. I was like, I'm not gonna be able to get out of this house. So let me just
I
but we
appreciate.
agree. We
Okay.
agree more than you think. Because we
Okay.
disagree a lot.
We do.
Yeah, we disagree a lot on stuff, y'all. But
Yeah.
we agree on that. And also for me, there is a level of, hey, you got to show me, that I can trust you, that I can lean on you, and I can exhale. Right? Think about the way to exhale. Like, I can exhale. I can let my guard down. I can,
Yeah.
kind of just be like, because I guarantee you, as women, we don't want to be this way. We don't want to do this. Don't nobody want to be this way. Like, for real. I don't want to be this way. At least I had to figure out I didn't want to be this way.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
good.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be
appreciate
this
that.
way. But there's also 30-something years of just doing that has to get undone through, coaching, prayer, God working on me, therapy and all the good stuff. But yeah,
But you're willing to, that's what I'm saying. So you're willing to do the work to undo the toxic or non-productive things that you built up.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And that's what I'm saying.
Because you got to realize at some point some stuff don't serve you no more.
Right. Oh Lord.
Oh, this is a long one.
Jesus.
Okay. Try it again. Pause that. Now, some women may have been traumatized because though we had the 2-parent model in the house, it was dysfunctional. Yep. Where 9 times out of 10, the man wasn't being the husband needed. He wasn't taking care of home, but taking care of everywhere else. Papa was a rolling stone. So the daughter taught herself. I don't need or want a man like him. I can do better by myself. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I mean, that's the real truth. Baby girl said it makes us nervous because we've been let down and sometimes from that very man. So yes, it is a trust issue. Well, there you have it.
Because listen, if I've been holding up this empire, I got a well-oiled machine and it's been running fine, and then you come in and I let you do something and all of a sudden the pieces fall, the chips fall, the things crack and all that good stuff. Listen, that's just that's more that's detrimental.
I come from a 2-parent home. My dad took care of home. I wanted a man like my dad, but he was a cheater back then, so I forgot to be specific in my prayer. Listen, be Pacific.
Real Pacific.
Specifically in your prayer.
Yes. All right, Pastor. Okay, so Essence, we agree on that. Look at that. We can agree, sis.
We do agree. Amen.
Look at God. Won't he do it? But y'all, listen, me and Essence, we do disagree on a lot of things. But y'all never see us publicly. We have like backdoor conversations that y'all don't be knowing about. But you need friends where you can disagree. Don't have everybody that's a yes person in your corner all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. Pastor T, what you got to say?
Hey, Terrell.
Hey.
Don't go nowhere, Essence, because this next one gonna get you riled up.
Oh Lord! No, I think the critical points came out. A couple things that kind of pricked my ears was, men have to come in and there has to be this proving time. I have a problem with that rhetoric, but I'm gonna try to be good at 10:28 Eastern Standard Time PM. I'm gonna try to be good, but there's a rhetoric that men are supposed to come and jump through hoops to try to win the affection and win the heart of a woman, and it's put up on this grand pedestal, and it circles back to that whole list kind of situation thing that we had. Why is it that we can't build together? One of the things that I really really enjoy about my relationship with my wife, like we build together, like
Yes.
we both been broke, we both have money, we
Yeah.
we build together. And
Yes.
so we had some non-negotiables. Of course there were some things that we were like, listen, this is not what we gonna deal with. But I think we both kind of saw each other where we were, and we were both like we're willing to ride this till the wheels come off. Now here's the second perspective that just kind of hit me. It's really all depending on relationship history. If you've had previous relationships that have been less than savory, I can understand why there has to be a proving point. But I don't know. I look at it like love is a risk. So how long are you going to hold a man hostage for a decision? Don't do that. Don't do that. How long are you gonna hold a man hostage for a decision that was made? And for a relationship, I'm about to get in trouble. Here we go. A relationship and a decision that you decided to stay in. For whatever
Yeah.
amount of time you decided to tolerate it. So I'm kind of on the fence. I don't like the whole list thing. It for me it's ridiculous. It doesn't allow any room for grace and building. Now again, hear my heart. Have your non-negotiables. Have the things that you're not willing to deal with, but also be open to what somebody else might bring to the table, because what you might see as stability actually might be dysfunction. So you also have to look at that too. So I'll digress there.
Huh?
Yeah.
What you might see as stability is actually dysfunction. It's self-sabotage
Mm.
and self-delusion, not just delusion, but dilution, meaning that you're diluting the
Yeah,
potency
diluted.
of your
Mhm.
own existence because you think that this is how it's always been, and I won't yield. That's why I was like, I applaud my sister Essence for saying, yeah, I'm willing to do the work to undo the toxic things or the unproductive things in my life. But I think Essence can say this because you probably know a lot of women who are like this. They're unyielding. They're like, no, this is what it is, and I'm not changing.
Oh yeah, I did it, baby.
You know
Listen,
what
I
I'm saying?
just be
And
like,
it's
"Well,
like,
child, you gonna
no,
get what you always got."
listen, right?
you
You know what I'm saying?
you gonna get what you always got. Like we can't keep doing the same stuff and expect different results. I mean, that's not
Listen,
gonna.
absolutely. And as they like to say, I want a high value man, or I want a man that's for me. And when the man that comes in is trying to provide, take care, cover, protect, and everything like that, the question becomes, as I was counseling one couple, it was like, you want me to, I was speaking as him. I'm like, you want me to protect you and cover for you and all of that stuff, but you hide you from me, or you know what I'm saying? You hide you from him is what it was. But I was speaking to her as him. Like, you hide yourself from me. So what I don't know what to cover and protect and provide for when you're not even here.
Right.
You know what I'm
Say
saying?
that
Like,
you're not even present.
you're not even present. So I don't know what to do because you're absent.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
so
I think, Dr. Chris, a lot of that is because some women, not speaking for all, but some women are in their mind married to the man on the list that they've created, and so there will be a good man who is contending for the heart of a woman, and they will never win her affection because he does not measure up to those 5 bullet points she got written down somewhere in the back of a journal that she wrote when she was 12 years old, before she even got a chance to know what life was about.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that is what a lot of, and I'm using the phrase because it's culturally propagated in the modern day woman. I think that that's what a lot of them are doing. They have this list, this idea in their head that they're married to, and they won't divorce that to open their eyes to what is actually out here and what is actually trying to love you, because you're so committed to a fantasy. And so it's like you can have elements of it. I'm not saying go reckless abandon and all of that, but like Pastor T said, you married to this list that you wrote when you were 6, and all you knew was Cinderella and Snow White.
And life ain't no fairy tale.
You know what I'm saying?
Fairy tale.
Life is not a fairy tale.
But Langston Hughes say life ain't been no crystal stairs. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. I got a question for y'all. Hold on, let me see what Ernest said. Men are tired of attempting to compete with quote unquote couples goals. Come on here as something that is silently expected for them to be when that's not realistic.
And not to mention, hold on. And I don't even use this language much no more, but it's the honest to God's truth. You coveting what that couple is supposedly is, but you don't want the warfare that come with the foolishness.
Preach.
You don't want the warfare and the fight and the work, even if they are like that. You don't want all of the stuff on the back end that you don't see to come along with that to fight to get there.
Come on.
You don't want the warfare to go with it. That's why I'm like, we got to be careful coveting other people's stuff, whether it's their gifts, whether it's their office, what they walk in or whatever, because you can't handle the weight associated with that.
Come on. That part there. I got a question. Yeah. I'm going to read this question first that somebody sent me. It says this. I have a question. They're mentioning doing the work. Why do women still ask masculine women to mentor them and stare at the submissive feminine woman from afar, criticizing their style of leadership?
Trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Trauma. Like
trauma.
Yes, 2 syllables. Trauma. That's what it is. You feel like, if I can really process it down, that there's this feeling that a dominant woman or a stronger woman has better control. Quote, I wish you could see my air quotes. The better control. Thank you. Better control over her household, her husband, her ministry, all that kind of stuff, and it speaks to a feeling of a lack of control. And so if and this is just coming from my vantage point, what I've seen over the years, individuals who I talk to, if there is a lack of control somewhere or a lack of security somewhere, you're going to look to individuals who seem to have control and aspire to do what they do.
Yeah.
You're going to aspire to have what they have, which is dysfunction. It's dysfunctional. I don't care. Don't at me. Don't tweet me. Stay out my inbox. It's dysfunctional. It is. Oh Lord. See, Dr. Chris, it is. Why do I come up here and do this to myself? You trying to ask a individual who is steamrolling her husband to mentor you. Now, please give me somewhere in the word that tells me that
them numbers going down. They tanking. They mad.
Right? It's okay. Be mad. It's all right. My email address is no plan. But please show me in the word. In the word where that's the way it's supposed to be. Please help me. Help me. It ain't
in there.
Well,
It ain't it. And the Bible says it's better for a man to live on the roof than to live in the house with a brawling woman.
that's the word. That's what it says. You know the Bible.
It said go pitch a tent on the roof, sir. It's better up there.
Put you a Celia up there.
Come Sealy Pasta Pete.
That's right.
Get you one.
See the pasta Pete. I want to offer this as well too, right? Because, and this is what I've seen as well growing up too, right? I have seen, so we coin masculine and feminine kind of, and we associate kind of more of an aggressive, kind of more outspoken, somebody who would be deemed quote unquote air quotes masculine, right? Quote unquote masculine, with someone who's not submissive.
Right.
I would like to even offer to say there are some women who are considered more stronger women, more outgoing, a little more aggressive than their partners, that are still submitted to their husbands.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah.
My best friend is one of them. She's very much so. She doesn't carry a lot of masculine energy, but she's the more outspoken of the two. She's the more stronger willed, probably the more little more aggressive. Now he pops off when need to be, but he's not that type of guy. He's very strong sided type. He say what he got to say, and that's just it. You know what I'm saying? But she had to learn how to kind of let him lead and let him, be that leader in the home. She had to learn that, so now, even, they've been married for going on a year, but it took some relational work. Thank you, sis. Assertive. It probably is the better word. She's now, she's learned to kind of allow him to lead because of their personality types. She would be the one kind of being a little bit more assertive than he is, because that's just not his personality. And so I would even venture to say, not everyone who is deemed as masculine is, you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm trying to say? Like, that's not always the story of the misnomer or anything like that. Like, like that's not always the case. I want to offer that as well.
Yeah, and I agree. I totally agree with that. Because, and I think the bottom line to all of that is understanding the dynamics of your relationship.
Yep.
Understand the dynamics of your relationship. I'm going to share a story about something that happened with me and my wife early on in our marriage. So she laughing. She over here. So I won't get in trouble.
Hey.
Hey, wifey.
So,
hey, Mrs. Whitten.
So basically, what happened was, my wife, she does like personal styling and things like that, and so she did some work for a client. The client did not want to pay her, and so
what you mean?
She didn't want he didn't want to pay her, so she withdrew her services. He went on this tirade. Again, this is early on in our marriage. He went on this tirade on social media. So my wife, listen, my wife is a gospel gangster. All right. She will shoot you and she will shoot
pray for you all at the same
right
time.
At the
Hallelujah.
same time, right? That is who she is. That is how the Lord made her. And so we had a little bit of conflict at first because I'm more so of the diplomat. So what I did was the individual, I went and I had a conversation with the individual, because it was a man and I felt like I needed to handle it. So I went, I had a conversation with the individual, and pretty much the end of the conversation was, I don't want to have this conversation with you again. Here's what you need. Here's and everything else, you just let it go. Keep her name out your mouth. What we had to learn was my way of handling things and her way of handling things were different. And she saw a strength in how I handle things instead of, being ready, to bust his head, pop a cat, all that kind of stuff. She came to realize that my way of warring is a little different than hers. And I have to learn the same thing. She gets real passionate as it pertains to me because she feels like I don't defend myself. I defend myself in a different way. But please don't bother me in front of her because I keep the bail money up under the mattress, and I don't want to have to use the bail money, right? So it's about
Right. I feel you.
it's about understanding and knowing the
Your
ebbs and
partner.
flows of your partner in your relationship, and knowing your dynamic, and knowing when that circumstance shifts. Because there's times, listen, as peaceful as a man as I am, I love the Lord. I speak in 15 other tongues, pray, prophesy, fall out on the floor, all that kind of stuff. But I also know how to turn up when I need to. Right. So, it's that beauty of duality, not either or, but both
Both
and.
and.
Mhm.
Hello, somebody.
Let me ask y'all this question, and then I'm going to give my 2 cents. Are men and women equal? And if so, by what standard or whose? And what do you...
That's more than one question. Christopher?
That's it. Are men and women equal?
So I guess I'll tackle it first. I believe that in the sight of human existence, I believe that man and woman are created equal. Now, here's my caveat to that. I believe our administrations and abilities and realms of realms of control, all that kind of stuff, I believe it differentiates. That's just like saying, the difference between, I don't know, I can't find a good parallel right now, it's late, but I believe that we're equal, but we have different strengths that speak to different areas. My wife is much more of a administrator than I am, right? But there are things that I do that I excel in. So I think it's an even exchange, that like it just really all depends on what arena you're talking about, but we're both equal, if that makes sense. Again, no hate mail, please.
Okay. I'm about to throw a monkey wrench in, but go ahead.
That's what you finna do, Lord have mercy. You always do, because you got that look on your face. So I will say this: Terrell hit the nail on the head for me. I think in our human existence, I do believe that we are equal, but I think that in some ways that we complement one another, if that makes it right. So, and this is very kind of just a very humanistic, over the kind of surface example, right? But like, I think about men and women, like physically, right? There are some things that you could pick up that Jelly could not pick up because it's too heavy, but also you wouldn't have been able to birth those babies y'all got, right? You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. And she had twins. She had
Bless her heart, Jesus.
Yeah, she had twins, had Ian, the twins, and then baby boy. So like,
Listen. Go ahead.
Like, so, I think that we are, oh, please tell me he sleep. I hope he sleeps so I can take him to his room. I think we are equally. I want my bed. This little thing been living in my skin all day. I think that we are equal, but but I think that we complement one another. I hope that makes sense. I know it makes sense in my head, but it's not coming out how I feel it. But Terrell said it.
Okay.
For me, I think that I just do believe that I do believe, excuse me, that we are equal, and I do believe, and I hate to use compliment, but I do believe that we complement one another. I think that's what I'm getting at.
I would like to submit to the panel.
I
would like to submit to the panel.
I politely decline.
We need to put emotion on the flow.
I would like to submit to the pericope and the diaspora of the panel. Those words didn't even go in there.
No,
but I would like to submit this thought that men and women, while God created them equally, they are not equal in function or in operation. Let that sit on you.
Say more. Expound.
Okay. All right. Because as we are talking about modern relationships, a lot of women will say, I can do everything a man can do. You absolutely cannot.
So are we getting into gender roles? Are we getting into
Lord.
Yeah, part of that. Just like I will unequivocally and unashamedly say, I cannot do everything a woman can do. Let one of my kids act a fool while their mother may have patience. Mine is about this short.
Preaching here. Preach.
While I'm ready to get up in that tail while she is ready to talk. I could not. Baby girl over here talking something, but anything you can do, I can do better. That's hilarious.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Right.
I can do anything better.
I cannot give birth to children. Now, that's a biological thing, of course. But even if I could, I can tell you now, I would not.
You would not. You would not.
I wouldn't. Same thing as women can't do the same thing as men, even from a biological standpoint. And I'm not even just talking about sex, right? I'm talking about there, for instance, for the general population, when a woman sees something heavy to lift and she's in a relationship with a man, what does she do?
Oh hell no, I ain't picking that up. I am not. But listen, bro, it took me forever to get there though.
Well, no, I get it.
It took and I feel you on that. I think I do, like I said, we agree on most things. Like I do agree to that extent. Like I do agree with that. I think, and I'm just now getting to a point where, like I was telling a friend of my prime example, Lord have mercy, having children, they come with stuff and everything they get, you got to put it together. I don't understand it. But every piece of furniture, every toy, I don't understand it. You got to put the stuff together. And I literally told his stepmom, like, I'm not putting that bed together. I was like, I can, don't get me wrong. Like, I put furniture together in my sleep. I don't want to. Right? You know, I think, you know, and that's just a very surface example, but I get what you're saying. Like, there's a lot of things I can do, but I'm getting to the point where I don't want to.
But see, I have a curveball.
And I get that. Okay, well, wait, because I know I know here come the left turn, but that's fine. And I want it. But here's the thing, right? Even when it comes to society, and Essence made this point because women have had to hold it down, right? For so long. I think that has given a false sense of ability. Just because you had to do it, number one, it does not mean that you did it well. Number two, it does not mean that you had to have done it. You chose to do it. And number three, not only did you not have to do it, you chose to do it.
I got a curveball for that choice word.
I know. But even if you write this, even if you're, you know, it's kind of like I said before, you life and death, blessings and curses, which one you want to pick up? Life, duh. But, you know, but the thing is, even if the choice is the obvious one and you were doing it, making it work, I know you're a single mom, sis, and all of that, and you making it do what it do, right? But if in fact, Mr. Right, let's just call him Mr. Right, walks into your life and he does what he needs to do, he's helping you, and he's doing that. Are you going to contend? Are you going to continue with doing what you've always done? Or are you going to yield to his role?
Are you asking me, or this is hypothetical?
I'm asking you.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this because I'm tired.
Uh-huh.
I'm a yield because,
Okay.
but that's just the point of where I am in my life.
Right. And I know not all women
Yeah,
are there,
yeah,
but
and not
you're
all,
going,
yeah,
right.
not all women are there.
So
But
we're
where
talking about after you have grown and matured and you've learned some things, you like, oh no, I'm gonna yield. I'm gonna yield.
absolutely, oh,
After I done went through
absolutely.
some stuff, I'm gonna yield. Right? Okay, cool. T, what's your curveball?
So here it is.
Yes, Lord.
And please come back because I got another curveball for you because you said this choice word and I'm like, that need more nuance. Go
Oh
ahead.
God. So here
Okay.
it is. Are we conflating societal, expectations of gender roles and
Mhm.
physical ability between the genders? Because I know I know some women's who can listen, they can fix on a car.
Uh-huh.
And them daughters of Zion be fixing on a car, and I will take my car to them and let them change the oil in it, and I will gladly pay the
Yeah.
daughters of Zion to
Uh-huh.
do it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And there are some men's that I know who are able to interior decorate, and they love their wives.
Yeah.
They love their wives,
Mm-hmm.
and it ain't no funny business going on. So
Right.
we have to make sure that we are not conflating what society would
Mhm.
call, what men and women are able to do,
Right.
and we have to really focus it in on the physical differences. And so we really have to be very careful whenever we're doing that, because what we can do is inadvertently we can see it's
Huh?
10:55. I'm going to bed. I'm not doing this with you. What we can do inadvertently, what we can do is we can create women who are damsels in distress, and
Huh?
not encourage them to do or be because of our societal gender roles, and not empower them to be independent. You never know what she can do if you give her the right training, and she can just be as dainty and genteel and still take a tire off the car and change it. Right. So
Right.
we have to make sure that we're not conflating the two.
Yeah. Okay. And I agree with you. I'm not conflating. What I'm talking about is when it is, and when I say that women can do, like, I know a woman can change a tire, a woman can change oil, a woman can work on a car, and I'm not saying she should not, right? But what I'm saying is when it is that you have become so this might
Say it.
offend
Say
people.
it.
We here. Come on and say it.
Just hear what I'm saying. You've become so full of yourself
Oh my.
that you are now emasculating the male. That now it's you are so I can do everything on my own, to where there is now no longer a need for men. Now I think we've crossed over to where we got an issue.
Oh,
Now we
see,
got a problem.
that's so good. My wife asked a question, but I'm gonna leave that right on over here. We're not doing that. Nope, because she trying to stir up some mess. No, ma'am. Bless your heart, ma'am. No, ma'am. God bless you.
I love you, woman of God. Okay, go
Mm-mm.
ahead, Essence.
So I think we gotta, because you said something about she chose to do, and I think this idea of choice ain't, we say it's so black and white, but it really ain't. And a lot of things that we say is so black and white, it really ain't. It's gray, it's muddy gray all up in the water.
Yeah.
Um, I think that needs a little bit more nuance. And when I say that is because choice is more than just choice. I'm choosing more choice in this circle in what we're talking about.
Mhm.
You know, when you were like, she chose to do this and she didn't have to. Well, maybe that was the only choice to make because of lack of community, lack of support, lack of, and so yeah, so I think that's what I mean by it needs a little bit more nuance, because it's some things are as simple as a choice, but it ain't always as simple as a choice.
Okay. So here's the deal. Now, me, I'm more of a pragmatist, right? I'm very pragmatic.
Yeah.
Used to not be, you know me. I used to, you know, but now after all this schooling, I'm very decisive.
Yeah.
Very,
You're like,
very
it's either this or that.
right. It's
And
either this or
what it
that. Okay. And the older you get, you more decisive. It's like either it's gonna be this, or I don't even want to have no discussion. It's just what it is. Okay. So here we go. When it comes to the choices, right? Now, I think that when it comes to that, then it becomes right or wrong choice. Sometimes the only choice to make is the right choice. Let me just be real. This might be a trigger warning. Trigger warning. Right, right. For a woman who, let's say, got raped, and now is pregnant, she has a choice to make. Okay. She got a choice to make. Choices. She can abort, bring the baby in and adopt, or bring the baby in and raise. Yes? Everybody agree with that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are the choices. Now, and I know this is not your scenario, sis, but this is where my brain is.
Yeah.
If a woman has a baby, let's just say out of wedlock or whatever, and she's like, well, this is the only choice I had. It's not the only choice you had. It was, though, the right choice in all of our opinions to keep the baby and raise it. It's still the choice you made. And so it wasn't the only choice you had. It was just the right choice to make, in our opinion. And so that's what I'm saying. And yes, it is. Don't get me wrong. Yes, it is. And I just use that as an example. Y'all, please don't turn this in the comment section into
Lord.
portion.
No hate
Please
mail.
don't.
No,
We're not
no
having
hate
that
mail to the man
conversation
of God,
tonight. I
please,
really don't
y'all.
feel like having that conversation
Please.
tonight.
It's
Please don't.
okay. It was
I
an
can't even
example.
see the comments.
It was
but
just an example.
yeah,
Jesus,
we're not
land.
having the pro-life, pro-choice
It's okay.
debate tonight.
It's all right.
Right. Be well, saints. Just be well. So, but that's what I'm saying. I think that when it comes to relationships, and I said all that to say, a lot of times they will say, I don't, because some women feel like they don't have a choice in regard to the man that they have. Men don't have a choice in regard to the woman that they have. And the thing is, yes, you have a choice. You just need to own the choice that you're making. So, Janae, I don't.
That's my wife.
Lord,
what did she
Jesus.
do? Well,
What's
please,
she say?
what did she say?
What's this say?
What did she say?
So she said, since you won't let me say it on here,
wife and apostle, and she makes their spouse a deacon.
So what do we say about a couple of ministry co-laborers? The wife is an apostle, and she Jesus Christ.
You see, this is why I did.
But you know what? I will
is,
say this: there's a whole AME bishop in the AME church who's a bishop, and she's a woman, and her husband is serving. Her name is Bishop Ann I forgot her last name.
Okay. But they got another one. I thought it was only Bishop Vashti.
No, it's another one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
It's another one.
Wonderful. But yeah, okay. Because she asked the question, I have to answer.
No,
that's her last name.
So here's the deal. It's True Talk Tuesday. You know, all questions gets answered, Terrell. So here's the thing. If a woman is an apostle and she makes her spouse a deacon, here's the thing. Now we're talking about spiritual functionaries and spiritual roles, right? It should be. This is where now we lift off of gender and just into functionary.
Mm-hmm.
because in God, in God,
There is no gender.
there is no gender.
Right.
God isn't even. See, this is where your wife is doing this.
Listen,
Terrell.
I know.
I tell people
know.
God is non-binary, but people get mad when I say that.
Here it is. God is not a man. He is not a woman. Right? God is neither he or she. We put that on him. Here I go. On him, right? Because of Jewish or Semitic culture. The he or the man is like the height, the top, the end all be all. But God is neither male nor female.
Yeah.
This is how he can be the all-breasted one, right? And a father at the same time. This is how, even when Jesus Christ, Terrell, your wife did this, even when Jesus Christ prays, he does not even address him as father. Go back and research what it said. He doesn't even, when we say, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Not
We
the
do all of that.
lion. No, sir.
Listen,
Not tonight.
we do all of that, but Jesus doesn't even refer to God as a father. He calls him the birther. He
and
literally
we talking original.
When
Right,
Jesus
original
was
text.
praying, when Jesus was praying in the language he said, "O birther."
In Arabic, yeah.
He called the man a birther. And I say the man, but he called God birther. And this is why men and women can give birth in the spirit, but men and women can't give birth in the earth. Once again, in God, we're created equal. We can both do the same thing in the spirit. But when it comes to this here natural body and in earth delegation and operation and assignment, we are not functionaries as the same. So when it comes to apostle making her husband a deacon, fine.
Not to mention,
if that's his grace and his anointing and where he operates. Now, if she is using her title as a medication for herself,
oh God,
and a drug for herself,
oh God,
and she is trying to satisfy the itch to be in control over her husband,
oh
she
God,
is no longer an apostle. She's an apostolic apostle, and apostolic apostles go by the name Jezebel.
And that will speak to motive.
I'm sorry, demonic apostles. Demonic apostles go by the name Jezebel and Ahab. So that's all I'm saying.
And that would speak to motive more than anything else, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
Speak to heart posture.
Absolutely.
And not to mention too, we also got to, even when the whole apostle making their spouse may not even be called to preach, pastor, teach. And I didn't go with that because that's synonymous with Chris. You trying to make Angelica, which she is apostle. Don't get me wrong, but that's like, and for y'all, those who know, me and Chris go way back, and I went to high school.
Like 4 flags on the Cadillac.
And I went to high school. We graduated together, so I call it that. But that's
even
where that's like Angelica saying, I'm not called to preach. I'm not called to do this. And you try to make me an apostle. You try to make me a preacher. This ain't what I'm called to do. Or, prophets or, bishops who make their wife co-pastor, or pastors trying to put, and they're not called to do that. So,
come on.
She may be good sitting on the second row in the pew looking pretty.
And that's the thing.
And that's okay.
That is totally okay. And that's why so many people divorce. Now we done went down. We done went down.
You see why I didn't want to ask the question?
Because that's what happens now. Here it is. Because in church now, sometimes we have spouses operating in a grace that they're not graced for.
Hello, somebody.
And so now, here it is. Now that you been this, and now you're trying to keep up this image.
Brings about contention.
You're not, and now
brings about contention, resentment, all of this other stuff,
and all this stuff. And now you're divorced because now the wife done went off because she done been put in this role that she wasn't even graced for.
And you
And
didn't
now
catch
she
the
done
little foxes. You
See
didn't
what I'm
catch the
saying?
little foxes that the red flags, like the little
The
foxes I call
red
red
flag.
flags.
All I'm saying.
You didn't, they was there along the way,
Right.
but
And
nobody
so-
was paying attention.
See what I'm saying? And now Deacon so-and-so done got to her.
In so many more ways than one.
In so many more ways than one. And now you divorced because she done went off because she was in an operation that she went. So, anyways, anywho, y'all, this conversation is good to me.
Listen.
I did want to say one more thing.
Can we take any more? I don't know if we could take no more.
Listen.
No, it's just one thing. I'm just gonna say this. Well, two things, and then I'm gonna let y'all say this, and then we're gonna be gone. I promise you. Here we go. Okay, I'm not gonna say that part because that's gonna open up another can.
And we're gonna be here for another 2 hours.
Right, we ain't gonna do that. So here's the thing: when it comes to this whole bay thing, like vacation bay, all of this stuff, like you just want somebody to do it. Be careful, because I have found this out. Because a lot of women want their man to be their bae, or they boo, or their husband, but you don't want to be a wife.
I wish I had an organ.
And vice versa.
Because you needed
Right,
an organ.
I was coming back around. Literally, my note said and vice versa. Right?
Listen, we went in the spirit tonight, bro.
And so that's what I'm saying. You want him to do all this stuff, help pay your bills, pick your kids up from school, whatever it might be. You want him to be bae, but you won't be wife. And then you want her to do the wifely things, huh?
Shondo.
But you won't wife her up.
You won't put this legal piece of paper, legal agreement in place.
You won't make it a thing. So that's what I'm saying about a lot of these modern day relationships. It's this expectation. And then because watch this, we haven't grown to learn each other and grow to learn ourselves. What happens is we lift it, Will and Jada, we lift it off and say, well, we're not going to go by the traditional thing. We're not going to be husband and wife. We're just going to be life partners. It's because it leaves the door open for you to do whatever you want to do without accountability. And then you can call a whole affair an entanglement.
Jada.
And all of this stuff. And then, anyways, so if you're going to be in a relationship, here we go. You're going to be in a relationship and you want vacation bae, gym bae, and all of this stuff, and you want them to be that, then you're going to have to yield what that relationship entails. And not just be one-sided. Because the truth of the matter is, in a lot of modern day relationships, you're just selfish.
So I think with that, it comes and that comes with a lot of conversation and transparency that most folks don't want to have.
They don't want to have. Which leads me to my last point, and then I'm gonna let y'all say something, and then we're gonna go. We're gonna give the benediction. We've been on here longer than I wanted to be anyway. Ready?
And
here we go. People, this is my last thought that I want to say for you all. Be careful of pawning your responsibility off on your partner. Goes like this. I'm not healed. I haven't healed from my issue, but I'm in relationship with this man and I'm making him responsible for my healing. I'm now making him responsible to make me happy. I'm making her responsible for making me feel whole and backed and supported. When you have not healed your own issues and taken care of your own self and fulfilled your own responsibilities. So now you get in a relationship and not allow this person to help you, right? But you make it their responsibility to keep you happy. Why you not giving me roses? Why you didn't call me? Why you didn't text? Because I was working. You know, all of that stuff. And that goes both ways. And that's what I'm saying, even in counseling people. A lot of y'all have responsibilities that are pushed off on the opposite person in the relationship. And that is unfair to them. What y'all got to say about that?
Yes, because if we are looking to our significant other or relational partner or whomever to heal us, then we have, I'm about to mess up, we have slipped over into idolatry, right? We have slipped over into idolatry, and we just have to be very careful, because at the end of the day, it's a vicious cycle. You put your sense of healing or the responsibility of healing on an individual. The individual can't carry that, so now you're back at square one, and now you're mad, angry, and bitter. And now all men are dogs and terrible because you wouldn't take your issue to the only person that can really handle it. It's not a man issue. It's your issue with God. It's your trust issues with Him. So yeah. Like, stop the cycle. Just stop the cycle.
Just stop it. I feel
Just
like
stop
Dr.
it.
Matthew Stevenson when he used to pop the camera.
Just
Stop
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Terrell, I think you're a nail on it. I think you know, and Chris, you are too. I think no one is responsible for what you, Yana says it, no one is responsible. Do your work. You have to do your work.
Yeah.
And no one is responsible for that for you. Now, yes, you can be partners that can support you through that, you know, be the salve for you while you heal.
Yeah.
To kind of be the healing balm for you, that kind of is on top of what already has been worked on, has been done. But ultimately, it is up to you to do your work and to do your healing. To go to therapy, to go to coaching, to read the books, to pray, to do whatever your modality is, your healing modality is. It is up to you to do that. You know, it's not up to your partner. And I think it's unrealistic. I think we place unrealistic expectation because they're not God. They're not God. God is God and we are not. As one theologian says it so eloquently. God is God and we are not. You know, we're humans in the flesh having a spiritual experience.
Mighty God. Oh, let me take this down.
Oh, I was like, did you quicken? It looked like a quicken just for a second. I thought you felt the
just a little bit.
Okay.
EDDO shy.
Yes, go. So yeah.
Now listen, y'all. I appreciate y'all coming on the night.
I enjoyed it. You helped me stay up because I got to do some stuff to my schedule in about 45 minutes. So you helping me stay up.
Right. It is late. I didn't mean to come on this late, but you know, hey, it is what it is. I appreciate you. Thank you, Lady Winton, for your question.
Please.
Thank you, sis. We appreciate it.
I appreciate you. So yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Essence and Terrell. Thank y'all. I'm gonna come back on. Y'all still on Clubhouse?
Is anybody still on Clubhouse?
So I'm still on Clubhouse. I just took a break for a second. So I did a little mini sabbatical, but I'm
gonna get back on there every now and again.
That's because we wore it out in 2020. Like,
listen,
2020 we was on there.
We was on there. Had it going, but I'm like, I'm weary and worn. I got no more rapid
I'm
fire,
sick of it. Every time I turn around, it's some room about some drama, some stupid stuff. I'm
craziness. I'm like, whatever. Ever since them androids came on, it
was the androids. It was the little green people.
The androids came on. It just jacked everything up. See? But anyways, I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a good night. All right.
Love you.
All right. Thank y'all.
See you later.
Y'all. Listen, y'all, just in case y'all forgot, save the date. Trailblazers, July 27th through the 29th is going to be absolutely amazing. July, save the date. Registration is open. We got Apostle Jonathan Ferguson. We got Apostle Yolanda Stith, Apostle Jermaine Johnson, Reverend Aisha Marable, Apostle Spring Humey, Prophet Caleb Brundage. Y'all can read them right there. Y'all don't need me to read it. It's going to be in Newark, New Jersey. Trailblazers 2023. Listen, you do not want to miss it at all. It's going to be amazing. Go ahead and register. Early bird registration is still open right now for a short period of time. All right. So listen, I love y'all. I want y'all to have the most amazing day. I love y'all. Hope y'all learned something. Great dialogue tonight. Y'all have a good night. I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.